It was
All
great.
right. So I guess the last thing. So you got some breaking news to tell us, even though I kind of know what it is already.
Yeah.
Speaking of baseball, go
Look,
right ahead.
it's about the New York Yankees, of course, and I think we all already know that this season's already starting to go down the chute a little bit. Hopefully not all the way, but DJ LeMahieu will be missing some time during spring training because of quote a pretty significant bone bruise in his right foot. And we're going to Korea in 2 days for Dodgers Padres. The season's practically here. And of course, the Yankees have to deal with all this hoopla
Wait,
again.
wait, wait, wait. Hold on. You know what's funny? So he got X-rays, right, and they came back negative, and now you have this coming out.
Something's going
And also, why is it that Aaron Judge gets an MRI on his abs? That comes back negative, and you keep saying, "Oh, he's going to come back to the lineup today, the next day," and that hasn't happened yet either. So
on.
what's
The
going
next
on?
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. What's going on? I just I don't get it. But all right, I'm pretty sure you saw this, but Aaron Boone. I mean, it's so funny that these baseball guys they come up with these random things and make it seem like it's real. This is what he used to describe Judge's injury. He is experiencing mid-spring beat up. Have you ever heard of that in your entire life watching baseball?
I have never heard of such a thing as mid-spring training beat up. When I first heard that too, I'm like, what? I was like, what is this guy
It's
talking?
already starting. It's
Oh, it is.
already starting. We're not even the regular season's next week.
Yeah, and I thought we would have had enough of Aaron Buffoon by now, but he's still around, and here we go again.
Now,
It's like just when you think the train is about to leave the station and go to the right destination, it's already going off the tracks.
listen, I go to the city
Not
tomorrow
good.
night. Don't talk about trains going off the tracks, all right?
Well, I was gonna say, you never know. The LIRR, you could end up at
Listen,
Penn instead of
there's
Grand
been some
Central.
derailments. There have been derailments. So
Oh, that's not good. That's
no,
not good.
that's not as Joe Girardi used to say, that's not what you want. So
No, it's not what you want. That's for sure.
um yeah, well thankfully knock on wood that hasn't happened. I've had a couple of times where the train stops and I have to wait for it to, because there's something going on ahead of my train. But thankfully, knock on wood, that hasn't happened. But
Yeah, that's good. Good thing you've ended up at the station you need to be, and not like somewhere else.
yeah, but at least we got positive news on Garrett Cole. So
Although,
he did not tear his UCL. I don't know if you saw in the chat the other day, but I said, "Oh, he didn't tear his UCL. He tore his ulnar whatever." I don't know
collateral ligament.
collateral ligament.
Ligament.
Yeah, ligament. And the moment that one of our friends reacted to the chat with a laugh, I knew right away. I was like, wait a second, that's what UCL is. Why did I? And again, I saw an Instagram post, and I swear, I guess I really didn't read it properly, but it said no tear in the UCL, but then I thought it said tear in, the whole thing.
Oh
So
no,
so, but then I didn't know where that post went. So I don't know if there was a typo,
it
but
disappeared.
again, that's me not reading. And we talked about the other day about social media rotting your brain. Well, social media has rotted my brain.
Oh, it can rot your
It was
brain off.
bad.
And in other news, of course, a bill has been currently going through the House and perhaps the Senate about banning TikTok potentially. Yes,
Well,
we do pop culture on this show too.
well, I mean that was you. I wasn't going to bring that up.
Yeah,
I
I
honestly forgot about it. And you know what? If it
I did
happens,
too.
so be it. So be it.
Exactly. At the end of the day, America, we'll all live through it together. All right. I think
Well,
the sun will still come up.
I mean, I listen. You're right. You're right, but I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that they're going to be upset that they can't do, their Corvettes anymore, even though that's kind of outdated. That's
Well,
like so. That's
and I
so
will say,
outdated.
the one thing that it does kill, it does hurt all these small businesses that are trying to, push their products. You know how many small businesses have actually boomed since TikTok came around? It's unbelievable. It really does. And that's why it's good. But it's like all these dances and stuff. I don't care. It's like whatever. And then, If the Yankees still had Bronxy the Turtle, they'd probably do a documentary on
I know we
him.
talked about that the other day. I forgot about it. I forgot all about him. The Turtle and the Boombox. I didn't forget about. That's a classic.
Yeah.
You know, Judge blasting New York after they beat the Red Sox in Game 2 of the 2018 Division Series, and then what happened?
Yeah, he got torched.
They lost in 4 games. Brock Holt hit for the cycle. Brock Holt.
And they lost what, 14-2 in one of those
I think
games?
it was like 16-1.
Oh, I think it was like 16-3. It might have been. It was
something
bad.
like
it
that.
So
oh
bad.
My. Oh. And look at the Red Sox. Look what happened to them. Ownership doesn't care about this team.
Well, they don't. They're becoming the new Wilpons.
Like imagine if Devers didn't re-sign with them.
They'd have nobody.
They would have
literally nobody.
Betts. They traded him, of course.
The Mookie Betts deal looks so bad now. It looks so bad. You know what's funny?
The Yankees have 2/3 of the players that are involved in that team. Jeter, Downs, and Alex Verdugo.
That's right. Jeter, Downs.
I forget the other player that they. I don't. Who's the other player that they? I don't know off the top of my head who the other player was. But yeah, they have 2/3 of the players that were in that deal.
By the way, are we taking the Dodgers or the field for the World Series? Like at this point,
the field.
Yeah,
the field. Because they're going to find a way. Somehow they will find a way to screw it up.
I think
again, they have a great team. They have a great team, and what they did was legal with Ohtani's contract. How ridiculous is that? Deferring all of that money.
This is Bobby Bonilla 2.0, but on a more extreme scale.
Yeah. And who suggested they do that? Ohtani.
Oh, well, because he knows. He knows he could sit on his butt after this deal. I mean, well, I don't know if Ohtani will be retired because what is he right now? Is he 20? What is he, 27? Is he older?
I have to.
Well, either way, so as you look that up, look, Ohtani knows that at the end of this contract in 10 years, whether he and we realistically don't know. Is this guy going to pitch, quality baseball during most of this?
Listen, you know that he's not going to pitch the rest of his. Well, no, he's not pitching this year, but
right, he's not pitching.
I mean, he's not going to pitch like the rest of his career. At some point, he's going to stop, and then he's just going to become a DH.
So the Dodgers practically paid $700 million over 10 years for a DH. And like I said, at the end of this deal,
Ohtani's 29.
Yeah, 29. So you're telling me that in 10 years, it's like you think that Ohtani is still going to be, capable of, performing at the level that he's at right now? Probably not. I mean, that's why all these deals are getting so ridiculous. And I understand why, because you want to lock them down and that way they become your franchise players. But it's just getting to a threshold of like, where do we stop? It's like we're just going over the top, ridiculous. It's unbelievable. And like I said, Ohtani knows that in 10 years, he's most likely about to hang it up. And then you're telling me he's going to be getting $68 million a year till he's almost 50.
Yeah, that's unreal. That's unreal.
It's like, he should be. Who cares? It's like
maybe Steve Cohen's going to do that with Juan Soto.
Ohtani might as well just buy the city of LA when he retires. It's like that's how much money he's going to have.
Yeah.
So if you take away, well, of course, taxes and other things, it's California. Yeah. But still, $2 million a year for 10 years, $20. Or $20.
Yeah, well, I mean, you might as well have deferred it, so it's $20.
It basically feels like it. But, $20 million. So, yeah, there's $680 million left over in this deal. It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous. And, these are the contracts, like I said, that it's just, I don't. It's like, so here's what's going to happen next. So, you remember how, so, what was it? Was it Tatis first that got the 12-year deal? Or was that Trout first? Because Trout is 12 for 430. I forget what Tatis got.
I don't know. That's a good question.
But either way, someone out there, okay, and it's gonna happen. And
it's gonna be Juan Soto.
I was just gonna say it's been floating around with Soto. There's gonna be a player that's gonna get a 15-year contract. It's going to happen. Well, it's definitely gonna happen.
It's gonna be him.
Oh yeah, the Yankees are ready to throw the house at him after this year.
I mean, I really hope so, but they are going to be bidding with a lot of teams.
Well, I know. Well, see, the thing though is that, I mean, I know the
Mets automatically, but actually, yeah, who knows?
And it's kind of been wishful thinking. We've been saying for the last 6, 7 years that, the Yankees are right in it for the World Series. But as the years go by, I start to lose a little more faith with every year.
I mean, look, we did a radio show together for, 3.5 years pretty much. And
look,
every year got progressively worse.
We went in right after the baby bombers, and then it all went downhill after that, really, year by year. And so it's like even Harrison Bader hitting 5 postseason homers couldn't get him a win against whatever. That's another storyline for me. Yeah. But like, so if the Yankees are able, wow. This is when we're getting tired. I mean, what do we got?
Again,
it's 2 hours?
2
hours. Yeah, able. Yeah, so anyways, if the Yankees are able to win a championship this year, I was convinced that this was going to be enough to, bring Juan Soto back to New York, because you can't tell me, Kenny, that all these players are so greedy to begin with. And you would think that winning a championship would be obviously their number one priority, hopefully beyond the money, because, of course, number one is money now. It's ridiculous. Players.
Aaron Judge did take less money to stay with the Yankees.
And you know what? Patrick Mahomes is also taking a pay cut with the Chiefs. We saw that too. See, these stars know what's up, and they know that when teams have a chance. See, those are the guys you got to love because they're loyal.
Well, not a lot of people like Patrick Mahomes right now. I can tell you that.
Well, no, because he's winning every year. Wow. But it's like, I still think, though, that if the Yankees are able to win a championship, I think that Juan Soto is going to want to come back. I really do, because
I hope you're right.
Players chase championships. And look, Kevin Durant went to Golden State because he wanted to get a ring. LeBron went to LA because he wanted to get a ring, but I'll tell you, that ain't happening.
Well, he went to Miami. He went to Miami. First of all, you should say Miami first, because he won those 2 chips with Miami.
Yeah. And that's how you know how much power he has, because he got a half an hour television special on ESPN.
Yeah, I still can't believe that's real. You look back on that.
I watched that live, and I was like, are you kidding me right now? It's like we got a reporter from ESPN and LeBron just sitting on a round stage with like a crowd of like 50 people around there watching. It's like, oh my God, what's LeBron going to say? It's like, is he going to go back to Cleveland? Oh my God, what's going to happen? Yeah. It's like, it was, but yeah, like I said, players chase championships. That's what it comes down to. And that's why I still believe that if the Yankees do win the World Series this year, which are they in my top 4 to win the World Series? Yes, even without Garrett Cole for 1 to 2 months. If Cole was out for the season, we would have been toast. We have been absolute toast. I don't even know if the Yankees would have made the playoffs. I'm not even joking.
Who knows if they're going to make the playoffs this year? Garrett Cole won the Cy Young. He missed the playoffs.
You would think, though, that would Judge, Soto, Rizzo, Verdugo.
No, I know. Rizzo looks good. Volpe looks good.
Volpe too, yes. Like, this lineup should be able to do enough to keep the Yankees afloat.
I agree. I think they will definitely make the playoffs.
I'll tell you one thing. I mean, I'm going. It's official. I rescheduled the air quality tickets, so I'm going back May 5th against Detroit. Don't know who's going to be pitching, but I'm going to be eating free popcorn and
it's probably going to be like Luis Hill or Will Warren or somebody.
I'll tell you
the way we're going.
Well, it can't get much worse, because I suffered through the atrocity that was the Baltimore Orioles.
That's right. You told me that.
On that Thursday in July last year. Severino was so bad. I'm so glad that was the last time I ever got to see him.
Now he's throwing 100 with the Mets.
The Orioles were up 8-0 after the second inning. It was so bad. And literally the Gunnar Henderson, home run to left field, like just to the right of the foul pole. I literally watched that. I'm like, all right, we're going to lose. It's like, but it's just, I don't know, dude. Like, every year we've said that, oh yeah, the Yankees are right back in the mix, and then we've joked by September when we go back, so it's like, here we go again. Where are the wins coming from? It's a cycle every year, year, and the question is going to be, when is it going to stop? I'm surprised, honestly, that Cashman or Boone haven't come out and pulled a Sean McDermott and said, well, it's not a matter of if we're going to win Super Bowls, it's a matter of when. It's like they should have said, it's not a matter of if we're.
Well, I mean, they did. Well, I mean, Brian Cashman said on Michael Kay's show, I mean, they talk about it all the time. It's not about It's not about a championship. It's about championships. Yeah. And since that statement, how many championships have they won? As many as me and you.
Exactly. A big fat goose egg.
And on top of that, you got the Mets, who are in the same state. They have
Well,
been to a World Series more recently than you have.
and I'll tell you one thing. People can say what they want, by the way, about our opening opponent, the Houston Astros, about how Dusty Baker's gone, and he was he was a great manager, okay, but oh baby, the Astros are not going anywhere. They are still going to be the villains of the American League.
They might be trying to get Blake Snell.
Yeah, wonderful. Just the news you want to hear.
Blake Snell. Then all of a sudden they were like, "Hey, we're interested in Josh Hader," and
I'm telling you, here we go again. The AL East is going to be a gauntlet again this year. You got Tampa, you got Toronto, you got Baltimore. The Red Sox, yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be a gauntlet. I think Toronto's still going to be good. I don't really like the offseason they had. They signed IKF, they signed Joey Votto, they signed Daniel Vogelbach. They lose Matt Chapman. How did they get better this offseason?
Yeah, Matt Chapman's going to the Giants now on the 3-year deal. Yeah.
Well, he had a home run already apparently with them. And then they re-signed Kevin Kiermaier.
And then as we saw,
how did Toronto get better?
The Korea game today, Ha-Seong Kim, 2 homers.
That's right. How did Toronto get better? Is Alek Manoah going to turn back into the Cy Young candidate he was?
Boy, I'll tell you, how much of a regression was that?
Yeah, no, that was bad.
He fell straight off the edge.
And this is after taking a shot at Garrett Cole, saying he's the biggest cheater in baseball.
Yeah, the whole spider tack thing. Can you remember those days? Yeah, look how well that worked out, everybody. Show them the hardware.
Yeah, that's the only hardware we get is Garrett Cole winning a
Cy Young
and Judge winning MVP the previous
season.
I
know. And by the way, Judge and Soto, in case you were wondering, they are the 2 top favorites at FanDuel Sportsbook right now for the American League MVP award. Shocker not. So here we go. It's like we might get more hardware this year, but maybe it won't be the commissioner's trophy.
Yeah, the piece of metal.
Yeah, piece of metal. That's right, Rob Manfred. And by the way, everybody start celebrating because it's not too early. 2029, Rob Manfred is out of here.
Yeah, well, we still gotta wait another 5 years.
Yeah,
a lot can happen in 5 years. Another scandal. You never know.
No, it's gonna happen in the as his way of going out. He's gonna add the Ghost Runner in the postseason. He's just gonna be like, let's put the guy at second, and let's just speed up the postseason games. God.
Oh man, I like the new rules, but it's just that's the one rule I cannot get behind.
By the way, you're still as shocked as I am that, a guy who used to be on the New York Yankees, who is a World Series champion, is still out on the market. Jordan Montgomery.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of them. There's them. There's him. There's Snell. There's JD Martinez.
Dylan Cease too. Oh no, Dylan Cease.
He got traded to the Padres.
San Diego, yes.
I think he pitched a scoreless 2 innings for them. Right?
Yeah, really meaningful trade now with Soto gone, but they still got Bogarts and Tatis. So, and Machado.
Yeah, Musgrove.
Yeah, Joe Musgrove.
Darvish. They still got guys over there.
Darvish, opening day pitcher in Korea on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching every pitch.
6
a.m. baby.
Yeah, have fun waking up that early because I'm not.
That's right. Go Padres. I'm just kidding, but if they can split with the Dodgers in Korea, that'd be nice. That'd be cool. ESPN's doing the games. I guess that means they flew Coney, Eduardo Perez, and Carl Ravitch over there.
I didn't. You know what's weird? I heard Carl Ravitch doing college basketball the other night. I'm like, really?
That's right. He does the SEC tournament for ESPN.
Because I only associate him with Baseball Tonight and just baseball in general.
Oh no, buddy. He does basketball too. And he must have left because he wasn't calling the games on Saturday or Sunday.
And Coney and Eduardo Perez were doing the games?
No, that'd be weird if they were.
No. I just mean like they were doing it. Were they there, but someone else is doing play-by-play? That's what I meant to say.
Oh, well, yeah. Tom Hart stepped in for Carl Ravitch to do the rest of the basketball. But yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, we've come a long way since, like I said, mentioned John Miller and Joe Morgan.
Yeah.
I miss when Dan Shulman used to. Dan Shulman, I think, was my favorite, honestly, when he used to do Sunday Night Baseball.
He talked our class last year.
Oh, look at you.
It was a really
lucky.
insightful, half hour that we had with him.
I'm sure it was. I like Dan Shulman a
was
lot.
talking because we asked him questions about how like how do you manage it, like your whole lifestyle. It's like because he does basketball too.
Yeah, no, that I knew. I knew that.
He called the ACC championship Saturday night for ESPN, and now he's probably flying down to Florida right now to go do the Blue Jays for the whole year. It's like his schedule is basically 10 months out of the season he's working. The other 2 he's off. That's about it.
Yeah.
But
that 2 months is
what is cool though is that his son is breaking into the same profession. Like father, like son.
There you go. Yeah, no, I miss when he used to do. Well, he also did the 2017 wild card game, which I was fortunate enough to be at. So
that was a very good game to be fortunate enough to be at.
I know. I wish I can go back to that. It's been a long time since then. That was the beginning of the Baby Bombers, like we said.
That was the end of Joe Girardi.
It was the end of Joe Girardi, yeah.
And now he's doing TV work for the Cubs.
No, he's with the S Network now.
Oh, what? He was doing TV work.
No, I know. You're right. No, but he's with the S Network now.
Great.
And of course, comments are, "Oh, he should take over for Boone," and it's just he's another one. You didn't like him when we had him. Now he comes back, and now you want him to replace Boone.
And let's be real, okay? Like, I don't think Girardi's gonna take on another managerial role probably in his life. I think he's done now.
Well, he said he still wants to continue managing, but he understands that if the opportunity doesn't present itself, then he's fine with that too. Well, so we'll see.
Then again, if Tony La Russa,
that's true. He comes back after years of not managing. He comes back to manage the White Sox.
Yeah.
Did you see Joe Torre took out Rodon today?
I heard about that.
Yeah.
They were talking about that on the Michael Kay show, actually.
Yeah, they said that Boone wanted to work him in and go out and make the pitching change, and he did that with Rodon today, who pitched, I think 5 2/3 of no-hit ball, that's got to be very encouraging.
Yeah, but you see, it's encouraging, but it's all gravy until the first pitch gets there.
All right. Way to rain on my parade there.
All right, but realistic.
I understand that, but he was terrible last year. I'm gonna take anything at this point.
That's wonderful. I mean, I will too. But okay, but like, you got to look at it this way: 85% of like any preseason in a sport is almost meaningless. Like, it's great. Soto looks great. Rodon had his great outing today. Garrett Cole, they want to forget that. And then there's positive signs. The signs are there for the Yankees to succeed. Now it's all about putting the pieces of the puzzle together.
Absolutely.
That's exactly.
And you know what? I think we are going to put a bow on this episode because if you saw me, I was yelling down to my mom saying, I'm still doing the show. Dinner is ready. So that means that it's time.
I think mine might be too. After 2 hours and 13 minutes, I think we're at.
Oh, you got 2 hours and 13? It says 2 hours and 4 minutes for me.
2:04.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not right, I don't think, but
I'll have to go back and look.
Maybe that's what you've been recording, so I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. Well, yeah, it's 2 hours and 23 minutes on the top here. Well, actually, yeah, because I've been in the call longer than you because you joined later on when
we went 2 hours. That's impressive.
Yeah, just like old times, right?
Yep, just like the good old days.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. You got anything else to say before we wrap up here? We touched upon a lot of things.
Hey, everybody have a great week with March Madness, and baseball's right around the corner. Got the Korea series this week, and then everybody starts next week, and before we know it, we'll be talking about the Knicks and the Rangers and maybe the Islanders, the playoffs.
Well, they got hot and now they're back to losing again. So who knows?
Yeah, guess won that game on Sunday.
Yeah, of course you got to text in the chat.
LGR.
Yeah, you got to text in the chat. Go Rangers when most of the people in that chat are Islanders fans. So
exactly, gotta rub the salt in the wound. Come on.
Yeah, whatever. That's not nice. So with that. That's pretty much it. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and hopefully we'll be doing another show at some point in the near future. So with that being said, I'm Kenneth Grunfelder along with Ben Upson. Signing off. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Good night, everybody.